can't believe there's that much stoppage time. Yeah, I mean, I think we've had a string of good performances, and so to get a result really, really felt good for this group. You know, what you guys don't see is us pushing every day, you know? That's what you all don't see. That's what the fans don't see, is us just fighting for the inches to be successful. And it paid off today, so.
How important was it for you guys to get a win? You know, LAFC comes in top of the table, to come out with 3 points tonight in front of that crowd as well?
I mean, it was a great crowd, first of all. It was awesome. It was hot. People were, you know, it was a great crowd. We were happy to play in front of and entertain everybody. You know, we need points. That's no secret. You know, this season's still alive for us, so it's 3 points, but also it's a boost for our morale as we've been fighting, as I've just said.
Open up the questions here in the room. We'll start with down here on your left with Richard Dean from the Houston Chronicle.
Congratulations. This is kind of a loaded question because I know you probably don't want to talk about yourself, but you had an outstanding game. And just talk a little bit about how well you played individually and as the defense as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, I think first let me start off with like how well we've defended as a group. I think, you know, every player in the back line had a goal line clearance. You know, that's a very strong team. And then for me, like, it's the same thing, man. I'm out here grinding every day for these inches to get better and to win, you know. And I think that to have that payoff today felt really, really good. And it's a credit to, you know, what we're doing as a goalkeeping group and fighting every day to win, you know. And that's what we're doing. I think it's a group that you all can be proud of from Houston, so.
Go next to Victor Reiser, one row back.
Just to elaborate on how big of a relief that final whistle was going, you know, y'all's current stretch. I don't know if you'd been through a similar stretch with either Portland or Columbus, but just for the team, you know, post-game, how big was that to finally get a win?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I haven't. I think this is an abnormal run of results for how well we've played. So, you know, when that happens, you have to, like I said, you have to double down. You know, that's the only way to get through is straight through, you know, and face it. So this is new for me after 350 games in 13 seasons. So I'm glad to turn that corner for all of us.
Okay, from Christian down here on the right.
How's it going, Steve? Can you tell us, maybe going all the way back to the beginning of the game, what was the mentality like coming into this game, going against LAFC, top of the West? You know, you guys coming in on the bottom, the opposite side. What was the mentality like coming into this game?
I mean, I don't think we definitely didn't fear LAFC at all. We're hungry, you know. We want to win. We want to make the playoffs. We want to, you know, we're fighting for everything. That's what I said. Like, there's a huge core of guys who are going forward every day in training, you know. And when that whistle blew, it was like we had one mission, you know. There was no hesitancy.
Right there here in the middle.
Well, first up, congratulations on the winning for tonight. Now, how important was it for you to obtain those 3 points against such a difficult team such as the LAFC?
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
Oh, yes. How important was it for you to obtain those 3 points against such a difficult team such as the LAFC?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's not about LAFC. It's about us and getting 3 points. You know, it could have been any team in the league coming here. We don't care. You know, it's just about us accumulating points, you know, and working to compete to get those results. That's what this is about.
All right, Steve, last one for me. We talked a lot on the team side of things, but I do want to ask just your personal performance, especially that probably 20, 30-minute stretch there in the middle of the second half. You hear athletes talk all the time about being in the zone or you know, the game slows down or whatever, but just kind of talk us through that stretch there with some of those saves and just kind of how you were feeling physically, mentally, and just kind of what that, you know, walk us through that period of the game, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's just to win that game, we needed a bunch of us to step up. I obviously was able to do that. You know, some of those saves were a little bit playground saves where, you know, you just come up with something. You know, I can't really remember much about it. I just know the ball was hitting me. So, you know, but I don't know if you all know me that well, but that's who I am. So, like, that's just what I'm going to say about that.
All right, one more down here with Victor.
You know, very few times this season, you know, you had a crowd like this. To have it, to be able to deliver that win, how much of an extra is that?
Well, I hope everyone was entertained. You know, that's what we aim to do. I think that you saw our reactions and us interacting with the crowd. Like, you can come to a Houston Dynamo game and have a great night, you know, and this is going to be a place where, you know, people want to come and people want to see a match. So I would say, you know, buy your tickets for the next match because we're going to be right here doing the same thing.
One more before we for the next game, obviously a place you know very well, Seattle. What do you guys have to do to follow up on this one?
Yeah, again, I mean, that's another great big team. The Western Conference is loaded, so we believe in what we're doing. We're gonna, like I said, Seattle LAFC. We're gonna be playing our game.
All right, Steve, one last one that just came through on Zoom from Alex Parra. Just wanted to know, went down there and needed treatment there at the end of the game. Just wanted to know how you're feeling physically.
Yeah, I'm a bit banged up, but I'll be getting treatment tomorrow, and I'll be on my way to Seattle. So.
Perfect. All right, Steve, thank you very much.
Yep.